Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. It is still August 24th. It is Tuesday, 2021. And, alright, so we're going to get into the topic here in a moment, but I wanted to show you guys chicken crack. Okay? Crack cocaine for chickens. I'm going to show you that here in a moment. They might have an idea that something is up. They might have an idea that something is up. Hold on. Who wants chicken crack? Alright. So I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say they're digging on the mealworms. Oh my goodness. They're too funny. And I'm going to tell you what, all I got to do is shake that bag and they are down. They're like, yes sir, we're in. So I am just going to do real quick while I got you guys out here. I'm going to do some of my evening duties. Just look over there. I always close the windows up in the evening because I don't want predators coming in and killing my chickens. So with just looking to see if there's any more eggs. So that's just one of the things that I do at night. And then when everybody roosts up, then we close up the door out here. And that gets closed up and they get put away for the evening. I'm going to leave that like that. I want to put another thing of water in their water dish. Alright, so that's just a little chicken entertainment for you guys. But some of them are already roosted up. But boy, I shake that bag and they come a-running. They're so funny. So, alright, let's get into this video. Alright, I'm not sure how I'm going to do the title yet, but I will figure that out. There's a certain Houston hospital that is begging for staff. And I find this ironic. This is the same hospital that just fired 150 staff members because nurses down the line who refuse to comply with their mandation to be able to continue to work there. So now, as they've had increased cases, they don't have enough nurses to work in their facility, and other staff members as well. Because you got to understand, when it comes to a hospital, I want you guys to remember this too. And I think some people don't realize this, but it's not just doctors and nurses in a hospital. It's not just doctors and nurses. You are talking secretarial staff. You are talking the folks that push the gurneys around from floor to floor, taking people to x-rays or appointments. And there's a lot of volunteers that volunteer in hospitals. There is your security in the hospitals. There's also your phlebotomist. I can't remember. I can't get it out today. Phlebotomist. I don't know why I was saying that wrong, but you have them in the hospital. You have x-ray techs. You have all kinds of different people. So when you hear about 150 people it's a majority of a lot of different people, you know, from janitorial staff on up, that they are now short-staffed because they fired all these people, and they thought that magically that they would get this insurgence of new blood into their hospital, but it hasn't happened. Isn't that amazing how that works? You know, honestly, I think these management companies need to take a hardline look at what they are doing and really look at a situation where, you know, what their policies are, what they're doing, how that is affecting, bottom line, how is that affecting the patients? Do you think if somebody is sick, and I want you to think about this, guys, all right, really think about this. If somebody's sick, and I'm not talking with the virus, I'm talking just sick in general, needing surgery, needing whatever the case may be, do you think that they care if the person that is taking care of them has been vaccinated or not? Do you really think that they care about that? No, they don't. They want to be treated, they want to be taken care of, they want to get better, they want to go home. That's what most people want when they go to the hospital. They want to get out of that hospital as soon as they possibly can. And throughout the course of this entire last year, all these nurses and other hospital staff were working, were taking care of people, and doing all these things. And so I find it just, I'm flabbergasted that, you know, that they're surprised that now that you need to remember too, I want you guys to remember this too, when it comes to nursing, CNAs, nurses especially, there's always going to be a shortage. Why is there such a shortage in nursing? Okay, let's talk about it. We'll talk about CNAs, LPNs, and RNs. Why is there always a shortage of nurses? Okay, and I will tell you, as a nurse, why there is a shortage of nurses. The reason there is a shortage of nurses is because when management treats staff like crap, when management mandates staff continuously, basically the CNAs get mandated, or the techs or whatever you want to call them, that level of nursing, they get mandated all the time. As a professional, as an LPN or an RN, there's a less likely chance, unless it's written into your contract that you can be mandated. They can't force you, okay? So when you are short-staffed all the time, and you are working 12 and 16-hour shifts on the regular, all right, and that's how it is in nursing. That's normal to work 12, 16-hour days. Go home, get 5 hours sleep, get up, and do it all over again. So the burnout rate is tremendously, tremendously high in nursing. And 90% of that reason is because management is crap. That's a fact. That's a fact. And I want to hear in the comments from my nurses, from my CNAs, if I'm not telling 100% gospel truth on this one. All right? I've been in the nursing field for better than 30 years. I did my first 5 years in nursing as a CNA, and then I went and got my nursing license, and I have been a nurse since 1995. So I think I know what I'm talking about. All right, I'm not blowing smoke up anybody's behind, and I have done it all in nursing. I've done everything from pediatrics to geriatrics. I've worked dialysis, you know, I've done home care, you know, you name it, I've done it. Okay, you know, hospice, I've done it all. And you know, my most rewarding jobs in nursing have been home care. I will say that right now. Home care was my favorite thing to do, because you were able to give the kind of care that these people deserve, that every person deserves. You can't do that in a nursing home. You can't do that in a hospital, because your load is so heavy and the demands on you as a professional are so hard and so high that you can't ever keep up, and you can't give that kind of care that these people deserve. So there's an old saying, don't cut off your nose to spite your face. I hope some of you have heard that saying. It's a saying my grandmother used to say a lot when I was a kid, and I really took that home. You know, because just being spiteful, don't screw yourself, and that's important. Well, that's what these management companies do. They think, oh, we'll just get more people to come in here. They'll come in here and they'll work for us. Well, how's that working out for that hospital in Houston, who was begging for staff when they had staff, which they already were? Just remember this too. They were already short-staffed before this happened, because this has been such a hard situation for nurses, for doctors, for CNAs, for techs, for everybody associated in the field. Everybody having to be masked up all the time and all this type of stuff. So when these idiots make these decisions to force something on people that they don't want, and then when they lose those people, and then they can't understand why they can't have any staff, those are called chickens coming home to roost. That's what I call that. And it is unfortunate. It is unfortunate. Who suffers? Who suffers from this? Not the management from the hospitals. Are you kidding me? You'll never see them out on the floor. You're not going to see them out there taking care of people. Oh, absolutely not. Who suffers at the end of the day because of policies by management is the patients. That's who suffers. Because when they say that, I'm sorry, mosquitoes are starting, and when they say that, oh yeah, well you can handle this type of a load, because they don't have any clue whatsoever what kind of load you can handle or not handle, and still give quality patient care and take care of your patients the way they deserve to be. They have no clue because they don't do it. Okay, that's why they become management, because they don't want to do it. People always used to ask me, Ed, how come you never went back and got your RN? And it's a very simple reason why I never became an RN. I did not want to be a pencil pusher. That was not the role that I wanted to play. And if you work in a nursing home facilities, which I love working with the geriatric population, always did. The reason is because when you become an RN and you work in a geriatric setting, you are now made a supervisor, and you are pushing a pencil. That's what your job is. And that's not what I got into nursing for. I got into nursing because I enjoyed patient care and taking care of my people. So, just putting that out there. And again, I definitely want to hear from my CNAs. I want to hear about your mandations in the comments and how you're forced to work, 16-hour days, and then, go home, maybe if you're lucky, sleep for 5, not see your family, and then back to do another 16-hour day. And they wonder why people leave nursing in droves, okay? Why, when you hammer nurses 12 and 16-hour shifts, and then, mistakes are made, and then you're blaming the nurses because, well, sorry you were overtired and that you didn't get enough sleep and that you weren't able to spend any time with your families. They don't care about that. Management don't care about that. Trust me, they don't care. So those are things to think about. I worked at a facility one time, and I won't even say which one because it doesn't matter, but it was a state-run facility. So we're talking higher up on the rung here, okay? And if we had a nurse on the night shift that didn't show up, did they go and get another nurse somewhere to work that shift? No, of course not. Because what they would do is they would force all the rest of us nurses to cover time on that floor. And so what happens? Well, the facility saves money, of course, but now you have nurses that don't know the patients, that are trying to take care of their own patients, plus spend time on this other floor taking care of the patients on that floor. Oh yeah, and by the way, that particular facility for the state, very, very high turnover. If I open up the Penny Saver any time, they're always hiring. And God, I wonder why that is. Geez, that's amazing how that works. Why would such a place have such a high turnover? Oh, that's right. It's how you treat your staff. It's what it always comes down to. So, the fact that that hospital in Houston is having the issues that they are having is zero surprise to me. But of course, you won't see that in the local news media. They won't talk about that. Of course, why would they talk about that? It doesn't fit the agenda that they are pushing. I'm telling you, my friends, we are in a world of hurt and a world of trouble. And we need to stand our ground. We need to say enough is enough. And these measures being put into place to force you to do something that you don't want to do, that's not right. That is not right. And so, again, we have a lot of power, the American public. We have a tremendous amount of power. And if we say enough is enough, I don't care what mandates and stuff like that they put into place, okay? It doesn't make any kind of difference whatsoever. We have the power, we have the numbers, we have the strength that if we decide enough is enough, there are things we can do about it, okay? And they will change their policies if enough of us say no. All right, so I definitely want to hear your feedback on this topic. I think it's an important topic. Obviously, that's why I'm talking about it. I want to hear your feedback. All right. So anyway, I am going to jump off of here for now, so I can get this video up for you really quickly. My website, preppernurse1.com. We have the Prepper Nurse 1 community. It is a resource set up for you guys to connect with like-minded people. Please take advantage of that. Free to join. You do have to register, but there's no credit card information is asked because it is private. Also on my website we have the Forefathers, which is a CBD and hemp store. It is, if you go to my website, preppernurse1.com, you will see the logo Forefathers. If you click on that, it will take you to their website. Once you are in their website, if you decide to make a CBD or hemp purchase, when you check out, make sure you use the discount code PrepperNurse1, and that is the number 1, not ONE, and you will save 15% on your purchase. CBD products are a great thing to have now and also in your preps in an SHTF event because it helps with a number of things. So definitely take advantage of that. Last but not least, on my website, preppernurse1.com, you go there, you will see this thing that says store. If you click on that, it will drop down and you'll see Legacy Foods. If you click on that, it will take you to the store within the website with what we have available for the Legacy Foods. Definitely take advantage of that as well. Legacy food products are a great thing to have for your long-term food storage. It is freeze-dried food, 25-year shelf life. It is GMO free. It is also vegan. There are beef and chicken options that you can purchase separately. Also with that, there is gluten-free options for those that need that. So definitely take advantage of that. Also, largest portion size of any of the other freeze-dried food companies. All right. So anyway, guys, I am going to jump off. Remember, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. We need to stand up and defend ourselves, and we have the right not to do things that people are trying to force upon us, especially when we do not know what the long-term effects of said product is. You look at all the things that have been approved, that down the road they find out, oh my God, yeah, sorry, this has caused all these problems for these people that took them. Too many, okay? Also remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important to tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to accomplish, whatever you are trying to do, you can do it. The only one that can stop you from reaching those goals is you. That's it. Okay? Stay positive. Stay away from the negativity, and you are going to be just fine. All right, folks. I'm out for now. I hope everybody has a great day. I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.